Hello, this is Walking with Jesus Ministries International, and I am Paul Walker. And I'd like to thank God for waking me up today, and thank you for watching. Um, I hope you like the little thumbnail created. Kamala paid Beyonce almost the whole entire amount of what the federal deficit is. A little crazy to hear that. I'll get onto that in a minute. Um, Before that, we have a little bit of Candace Owens to watch. She's very entertaining. She's awesome, actually super smart. Love her stuff.
And if you look down at Black women, our voting margins are just incredible. We are the only group in America that is voting 92% Democratic. 92% Democratic is absolutely amazing. So this means one of two things. Like, it means either Black women are geniuses. We are the most ingenious people in all of America. We've figured things out. We understand the political system, and everybody else is being defrauded somehow by splitting up their votes. Or it means that we are very much a monolith and nobody is taking us seriously anymore, okay? So why am I upset? Because my entire political life, since I got into politics in 2015, I have had to deal with accusations coming from Black media, coming from Black stars, coming from Black hip hop artists, that I'm a fraud, that I'm a sellout. She sold out. I don't know how I sold out by committing myself to voting for Donald Trump. That's just kind of what they say. You're a coon, you're an Uncle Tom. They're allowed to use racist terms explicitly for some reason if you're a Black conservative. And essentially, and this really is one of the dumbest plot lines ever, the reason, their proof that I have somehow sold out is because, well, obviously she must be doing this for money. Except I have never, and I will state this one more time for the record, actually probably more in the future, I have never, ever, ever been paid a single dollar from the Trump campaign. Never. Not anything. You can't dig it up in an FEC filing, nothing. I actually.
And what the whole reason is, they think she's getting paid because she's not towing the line, because she's thinking for herself. The Democrat Party is the party of the slaves. They are the ones who fought against the North to keep slavery. They figured out a better way to do it is put everybody on welfare. That's how we're going to keep them as slaves. And we're going to just tell them that the right is racist. Nothing could be further from the truth. Abraham Lincoln was the Republican who eliminated slavery in the United States. The Democrats were fighting to, and all of the crazy Jim Crow laws, those are all Democrats. But if you don't believe the lie that the Republicans are racist, then you must be paid off, or you must be, you must be excluded from other conversations because you're not doing what we tell you to do, basically, is how they think.
Actually said what I believed. I know that's quite shocking, but I actually said what I believed. So you have to imagine my frustration when it has been revealed recently, that the Democratic Party is paying eye-watering amounts to the very people in the Black community that are somehow perceived as authentic. Like the people that, I don't know, pass the Black test, the Black litmus test. Oh, she's a real one. Somehow she's a real one because what? She's a part of the 92% monolith, which is an absolute, just ridiculous. So Kamala's 107-day campaign, I feel like I always have to remind people that she only campaigned for 107 days. It was unlike any other campaign for a lot of reasons. One of them being just the sheer amount of celebrity endorsements that were jammed into such a short window of time regarding a candidate that none of them could have known intimately. None of them could have really known her policies intimately or what she believed in.
Yeah, Kamala doesn't even know her own policies or what she believes in. Candace goes into why Kamala was such a bad choice, and I think that's why Joe Biden picked her, because he was kind of pissed that the Obamas pulled Joe Biden out, basically threatened him, oh, well, your son's going to go to jail if you don't bow out because we don't think you're going to win. So Joe got a little pissed. He instantly appointed Kamala.
Enough to get on stage and to endorse her with so much passion as in J-Lo cried. She literally was brought to tears by a woman that nobody liked the entire time she was VP. Remember, people were just cycling out of her office all the time. There were all those articles talking about how nobody liked to work for her because she didn't like to work, but then liked to blame people for the work that was not being done, which really has just been a model after Kamala's life. We've learned this from Judge Joe Brown, everyone who's worked with her. She was essentially just like handed her entire life because she slept with the right people. So her campaign really was just more of that. It was an utter clown show. I don't know what she did.
Total DEI hire. She has zero skills, and she fell backwards into the right people to get promoted all the way up. And she has absolutely no skills. She can't even speak, have a fluent sentence. I mean, She's probably worse than this video is right here. But yeah, she doesn't know.
Other than word salad and say things and keep calling Trump people confused and racist. That was kind of the messaging that was coming out, and dangerous. And if this guy gets into office, all of the same stuff. And then also, of course, leaning into this idea that abortion was this existential crisis for women. Okay, so now it's being reported that some of these celebs that came out, far from speaking out because they were worried about the future for their children, as they all say on stage, I'm just so worried about the future for my children, actually spoke out for money. And one such person is Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Then there's Beyonce, the case of Beyonce, the person that you're not allowed to touch or say anything bad to, or the beehive's gonna come for you because she's a queen, even though, I'm gonna be honest, in my honest assessment and perspective, she hasn't dropped a good album since 4. I don't care, come for me. I like I said, I want all this.
Well, that's crazy. If the left thinks that they can control you, that's why all of the money that's supposed to go to the inner cities are going to pay for illegals, not for immigrants, for illegal immigrants who are, some of them working under the table and stealing jobs from people who live in the area. And the Democrat Party doesn't have to do shit for you because they know that you think the right are a bunch of racists. What would make somebody continue to vote that way if you're not getting anything back from it?
Touch her, say anything bad to her, the beehive's gonna come for you because she's a queen, even though, I'm gonna be honest, in my honest assessment and perspective, she hasn't dropped a good album since 4. I don't care, come for me. I like I said, I want all the smoke, fight me. She's got a couple of bops on each album, but for all of this, hail the queen, it's just a little too much. It's just a little too much. Well, reportedly, she was paid $10 million for that, 3.5-minute speech that she gave. And just to work out the math for you, that would mean that she was being paid $55,000 per second. Like, could you imagine just being paid that much per a second for your presence? Really, that's...
Okay, $55,000 per second. Let's see. The U.S. national debt is increasing at an alarming rate. Based on the most recent data available, national debt is growing by $74,000 per second. Wow. So Beyonce was paid almost as much as the national debt is rising per second by Kamala. I hope you didn't donate to that. They spent $1 billion. They're $20 million in the hole. They do not care about you. They do not care about your money. And I really hope this is a wake-up call. It was for a lot of people. I hope it is for you as well. And look at what their actions are. Not what they say. Their actions are, we're going to take all of your money, we're going to raise the price on everything, and then we're going to ship all of your tax dollars over to Ukraine or over to the rest of the world, or pay for the illegals to live in your neighborhoods and 5-star hotels. $74,000 per second. Wow. $4.5 million per minute, and Beyonce got $3 million per minute.
Jasmine or Jasmine Walker.
Sorry about that. That was my lovely wife. Talking about what else we need for dinner. Let's get back to Candace.
Bigger than the queen and the king to get paid that amount if it turned out to be true. And I'm just going to jog your memory of the really inauthentic speech that she gave.
It's time for America to sing a new song. Our voices sing a chorus of unity. They sing a song of dignity and opportunity.
Oh my gosh. A chorus of unity, dignity, and opportunity? That is exactly what they are against. Unity? If you don't agree with every single thing that the Democrats say, you are a racist, homophobe, bigot, misogynist, yada, yada, yada. You have to toe the line completely. This is Satan worship. You can't have your own opinion. Dignity? Okay, how dignified is it for these women to brag about killing their own children? Oh, wow, man. It's amazing the filth that comes out of these people's mouths. And people behind her cheering and clapping. because they don't have any brain cells. Look at how the right reacted when Trump supposedly lost in 2020, when Biden got 20 million votes that didn't exist from out of states, and a couple days after the election. We were upset, we were bothered, we knew it was going to be tough, but we lived life and tried harder next time. If you've seen the left going crazy, just screaming at walls, just like children, when you're going to take away a cookie from a child, that's what they're acting like. This is ridiculous.
Are y'all ready to add your voice to the new American song? Because I am. So let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Please give a big, loud Texas welcome to the next President of the United States, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Wow. That was worth the 10 million. I'm glad some poor Americans have contributed to that, because that is as surprising as it didn't make the difference. Even with the 20 million illegal votes that Kamala had, who came across in the last 3 years, not to mention the other 10 that are here, and she still lost.
Apparently she's a hustler, homie. It's truly, because if you just had to do that and get paid that amount, it means that they know that your voice is worth that, and you know that your voice is worth that, and you're only doing it for the paycheck. You're not doing it because you care about what happens to Black America. You're not living the same reality that the majority of Black Americans are living in this economy. And now I want to be very clear, the only reason they're saying it's reportedly is because despite being asked multiple times by many journalists as to whether or not this report was true, that they paid her $10 million for this endorsement, Kamala's team has gone completely mum and is refusing to answer. Now, in my opinion, there would be no reason to refuse to answer this if this was just a pesky rumor. You'd come right out and you'd say, absolutely not. Beyonce genuinely just loved Kamala so much. Why can't you guys believe that this is what she truly believes in for the future? We would pay her no such thing. We're not able yet to weigh it against an FEC report because that FEC report is still due. So my instinct here is that there has to be some truth to these reports.
What do you think? Do you think that's true? I've heard from a lot of sources. The Democrats would be happier setting your money on fire than spending it on, responsibly. So easily giving $10 million for her to speak for 3 minutes and not even be very, exciting about it. They paid $100,000 for that "Who's Your Daddy" chick to so they could redo the hotel room. Like, come on, for $500 you could have got a couple things from IKEA and you would have been fine. It would have looked like just like the set. They don't care about your money. They don't care about you. All they want is power. It's straight satanic.
On James and encourage them to speak out on behalf of us. It really puts into new focus what Black culture is, because that's what people always accuse me of, like not being a part of Black culture. What is being for Black culture? Is it that? Is it voting in margins of 97% for stupid, for people to lie on you, for people to lie to you and get caught over and over and over again? I mean, take for example this, obviously notoriously Cardi B also.
Oh, wait a second. Kamala's not even Black. She's Jamaican and Indian. Not African American. How about the American culture? Because that's who won this election. Doesn't matter what color you are. If you live in this country, you follow the rules, and you love America, that's why my wife came here from Peru, because she loves America. Her family, I loved meeting with them when they come here to visit or when I went down there. Absolutely amazing. The love that they have for this country, because they've actually been somewhere else. All of these leftists who are complaining that, oh, America's so bad, they've never been anywhere. Go somewhere else in the world. See how your life is.
Leads me to ask the question, why? Because let's not forget, okay, when Joe Biden barely ran, just like Kamala Harris, because he hid during COVID and said, oh, I can't come out and do any interviews, but I am going to come out and make time for Cardi B to ask me the hard-hitting questions. Do you guys remember what he told her he was going to do as president? No, you have to remember, Kamala Harris is his VP. So she is hearing his answers for what will happen if she moves Black women to vote for him. This is Cardi B interviewing Joe Biden in 2020.
I, of course, want free Medicare. And this is why it's important to have free Medicare, because look what's happening right now. You see why we should have been have free Medicare for a long time?
Okay, how stupid you gotta be to actually believe anything is free? There is nothing free. If you're getting free $500 a month health insurance, then you're paying $1,500 a month in taxes to pay for that. Or I am. Like, how can you be this successful and be that stupid?
I, of course, think that we need free college education.
We're going to have, if I get elected president, free college education for 4 years of college, flat out. Anybody with a family less than 125 grand, you're going to get a free education.
How did that work out for you guys? That would basically mean that college is completely worthless. Anything free is worthless. In general,
Everybody gets free education for community college.
Listen, Cardi, if you go and tell black people who I just think are stupid but like your music, whatever, what is it you sing? Bodak, yellow, Bodak, whatever it is. You go out there, find black people that like your music, tell them to go, and tell them they're gonna get free stuff. That's all you black people like free stuff. Yeah, cool. You're gonna get free downloads on Apple. You're gonna get free college. You're gonna get free Medicaid. Free. She nods along and she endorses him, and maybe she believed it in 2020. So how do you justify her being able to look back on the interview that she gave to receive lies from the campaign of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, and then to get right back up on stage and to say, and I quote, she said this when she endorsed Kamala, "I believe every word that comes out of her mouth," Cardi.
Kamala doesn't even believe every word that comes out of her mouth. That's why she has to read it off a damn script, and the teleprompter drops, so does she. It's so amazing. The Democrat Party thinks everybody aside from them, aside from the top level Democrats, are completely worthless and they're too stupid to figure anything out. And the more you keep voting for them, the more people are showing them that. But no, there are enough people There are enough people brainwashed by the major networks who are still voting for them. But as soon as people started to realize that everything out of the major networks is a lie, and they saw what the actual words were, or video was, or truth is about whatever, then they start to pull away. What else would I lie about? They lied to you about everything.
Baby said, "I believe every word that comes out of Kamala Harris's mouth." Kamala Harris, a person who can't even tell the truth about who her freaking grandma is in her book. Cardi B believes every single word. So what is the true reason that these campaigns go out and they reach out to her again? Because they view her to be a useful idiot. That's the reality. And even greater useful idiot if she's willing to do it for free. I mean, she's saying I did it for free, and she's saying that as, hey, I'm not a fraud, I actually did this. That's even more embarrassing. At least Beyonce knew if I'm going to go ahead and do this, she was smart enough to know that I'm going to get paid. I'm going to get $10 million if I have to come out here. I'm not going to, I'm not going to act like a monkey in your circus. You're going to have to pay me $10 million. And she got it, allegedly, for $55,000 a second.
She's like, I don't believe in this shit. You got to pay me $10 million to fucking lie to these people. You got to pay me $10 million to lie to these people. Okay, that's a little bit we've done on the video now. Let's, where was it? Bible. I wanted to show you guys a good quote. I had a picture somewhere. I don't know where that went. Okay. Matthew 7:18 through 20. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus by their fruit you will recognize them. Basically, like, a good tree is not going to go to a Democrat Party. You don't need an ID to get into the country or to get free hotels and airfare. But if you go into the Democratic National Convention, you need an ID. It's bad fruit. It's lies. Or James 2:18 to 20. But someone will say, you have faith and I have works. Show me your faith apart from your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. So don't tell me something. Show me. Don't tell me you support, me coming up from the lower class to the middle class to the upper class by just telling me that and wanting me to vote for you. Show me how you are going to make my life easier so I can achieve these things. Don't just throw money at me like I'm, my vote's only worth a couple $100, so I'm gonna get that debit card, that food stamp voucher. Like, no. Show me how I can make this money. Teach a man to fish, man. What's up? That's all I have for today. Thank you very much for watching. I got a couple comments from a few people on how to improve. Hey guys, one last thing. I noticed in the video I don't smile very much. I actually have teeth, and I like to smile. Video just make me a little bit nervous trying to do this for the first time. So thank you very much for tolerating the frown face that I had all video, and I look forward to smiling for you next time. God bless.